Hey guys, how's it going today? Quick update here. Spent a couple days in the garage and now I'm out in beautiful Central Oregon. Just coming out to get out of the rain, get some blue sky, some nice wet dirt, and gonna give the old RS500 my first ride here. So like I said before, this thing's lightly used. We used it as a demo bike last year, but I personally haven't ridden it. So gonna give it a try and just see what I need to do to get it ready for Baja. So should be sweet. Gonna go ride some single track, go ride some wet dirt, and then just see what's up. Man, so this thing is a blast so far. Initial impression, I'm like super pumped. It's got like way more power than I thought it would have. Just for like something starting life as a dual sport bike. I mean, I know we remapped it and changed the exhaust and a couple things, but super impressed. I mean, it's definitely like was a dirt bike. So now I'm just raising the rear brake pedal a little bit, just doing a couple things to get it a little more set up to my liking, and we'll hit the trail again. Okay, so just got back from my first ride on an SWM 500, and as you guys can see, it's almost dark, so I was out there having fun until we almost ran out of daylight. But man, this bike is awesome. Coming into it, like, I had pretty high expectations just because I was familiar with like the 08 to 10 Husky platform and knew that was a good bike. But still, I mean, just after riding this, it's hard for me to believe that it's based on like a dual sport bike. I mean, you can tell right away that like it was a dirt bike, and then SWM did what they needed to do to make it street legal. So that being said, I mean, I know it's not completely stock. Like, I have gone through and removed the emissions, removed the stock exhaust, and put like a closed course off-road exhaust on. So it's not technically street legal anymore, but I don't plan on using it for that. So what I'm using it for, the uncorked version, is just excellent. What I was super impressed with was you just leave it in one gear. I mean, it's got so much torque. It's happy to rev out. It's happy to lug down super low. I mean, the power spread on it's awesome. Definitely like a little old world feeling as far as, I mean, it doesn't feel like a new, 450 motocrosser or anything, but has plenty of power. The fuel injection is just spot on. I didn't have any like hiccups or lean pops or any like flame out situations, nothing like that. Okay, so there are a couple things that I want to address before I head south of the border here. So the first thing we got to take a look at is just today I rubbed through this fiberglass heat shield here. You can see it was just some wrap to kind of try to keep some of the heat at bay, but I rubbed through it right away with my boot. Got a little melty spot on my boot there, but no big deal. So should be able to address that pretty easily. There's a couple different aftermarket heat shields on the market that'll fit right here, or there were some aftermarket ones specifically for the older Huskies. So I'll grab one of those two options, get this taken care of pretty easily. So the other thing I need to take a look at is just the suspension here. So This was previously worked on by Pro Valve Suspension in Santa Ana, California. And honestly, I mean, they did a really great job with what they were previously using this bike for. Like I said, this bike is new to me. SWM used it as a demo unit for a little while and then started the model a little bit before I got it. So for what they were using it for before, I mean, Pro Valve nailed it. But I'm just going to be trying to go a little faster, ride it a little bit harder, and then just have like a wider spread of what I want to do with this bike than what we were using it for previously. So it's going to be really easy for me to do that just because this is KYB suspension front and back. So really any shop's going to be able to work on it. They're just 48mm KYB forks, got the KYB shock. And honestly, it'll be really easy just to go through that and get it tuned up more to like my weight and the kind of stuff that I'm doing. And so we're also going to clean this look up a little bit. I mean, the black is kind of cool and it's pretty stealth mode, but I think what we're going to do is add some cool like SWM graphics. So when we check in next week, I'll have this thing back in the garage and be adding the last couple parts before we head down to Mexico. So check back in and we'll show you what we're going to do to it next.